Okay, so should we talk about some myths? Should we do some myth busting?
Yeah, I feel like we have some questions, don't we?
There are loads of myths out there, so I would like to debunk a few.
I got some for you. You need 20% down payment. It's a complete total myth.
Yeah.
What is the lowest?
Well, no. It depends. If the property's over $1 million, you get.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So it's not a total myth.
Yes.
right. The minimum down payment depends on your situation, but it could be as low as 5%.
Yeah.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if you bought a property before or not.
Yeah.
Right. So, even the type of property, you can buy a cottage for 5% down.
Actually, so that's very interesting. That is also a myth
Yes.
about that 5% down.
What?
That you only get 5% down if you're a first-time home buyer.
No, not true.
Not true.
Myth.
Myth, another one.
Myth.
Look at that. Okay.
So myth number 2, pre-approval guarantees your mortgage.
Wrong. Sorry, just wrong. But what is a pre-approval?
What is a pre-approval?
It literally boils my blood because
Here we go.
Okay, so
Under the curls.
what documents or what information do they collect in order to give you that pre-approval?
Right.
A lot of lenders don't look at your documents. They just take your word for it. And it's a reality. I can go and have a conversation. I can say, hey, how much do you earn? You can say, I make 100,000. And it could be true.
No.
But for underwriting purposes, you don't. And so it's not fair to the buyer because how is the buyer supposed to know that? Now, in my opinion, it's also negligence when you're dealing with someone and say, oh, how much you make? 100K? Okay, what do you look to buy? Do you have any debt? And it's not about mathematical equation. If it was about that, I wouldn't have a job.
Right.
A computer could do that.
Right.
You need to understand the type of income, how it relates, what type of property, what are you doing, especially in an volatile environment. Because rates go up, guess what? You qualify for less.
Right. Totally.
The stress test.
Yeah.
Rates come down, you go. So a pre-approval really doesn't mean much. And in fact, that's why when sometimes they come and they get a second opinion, sometimes that number is a lot lower than what the branch told them or the other individual.
Because you've actually done the investigation.
Or sometimes it's 100K more. It's not about making sure you're going to get a commitment or a pre-approval letter. It's about being able to pass audit. What a lot of people don't know is that you get a commitment, you sign it, but now it has to go through an audit process.
Right.
Pre-funding audit, and that's why deals sometimes fall apart a week before closing. And realtors and clients are like, well, no one ever told me that. I got a commitment. It's not.
Realtors too, are you listening to this? Because this is really important.
Yeah, you need to do the
It's not just about the buyers and sellers right now. It's also the realtors need to understand that.
right.
Right? Like
Yeah.
we because I literally did have one where it was everything was good,
Yeah.
but there was a condition, and the condition was they had to pay their car off
Right.
in order to close on a property, and they didn't. So they couldn't close on the
Right.
property. They had to go borrow money from parents to pay that car off in order to get it to close. And they just weren't. But their person didn't say to them on the commitment letter, in order to get this to happen, this is it.
Yeah, it should have been in a commitment, and maybe they missed it.
Or
Here's
maybe
the other thing too. It's such an emotional transaction that sometimes buyers, they just sign away that DocuSign without actually reading it. So you have to sit down with them and explain it to them because some stuff doesn't make sense to the buyer. They don't understand it, right?
Yeah.
I would say, look, don't look for a pre-approval. What you want is a pre-position. And I think they're two different things.
A pre what?
I call it a pre-position.
A preposition.
Yeah.
Position?
No, not a preposition, a pre-position.
Position.
Position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we call it in buying.
So
because
that is a
I'm getting
criticism.
Yes. We're getting all your documents, we're looking at everything, and we're acting as an auditor.
That's why you're like, if they give me all my paperwork right now,
Right.
and trust me, it is a pain because you have to put everything together.
You're gonna hate me.
Yeah, I did.
You know.
I did. I totally
What
did.
the auditors are looking for.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Because you've been in this industry for 500 years.
100%.
And you do 5,000 deals a year.
Yeah.
So you know.
Is that how many deals
I
I
made-
do?
I made
I don't know.
exactly.
You do it?
And as a buyer, you can request that though.
Yes.
By the way, I'm getting pre-approved. How have you looked at all of my stuff? Are you sure I'm good to go? Right? Why not protect yourself as a buyer?
Yes.
Right.
Swap and
Right.
ask those right questions.
Right.
Or as agents, we can say, has your buyer been qualified by an auditor or someone who's actually gone through all of they submitted all of their paperwork?
Yeah.
Does it look good and whatnot? We can establish.
So here's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Some lenders do the audit as soon as they can by getting a broker complete. We call it broker complete. Some lenders don't do it until the week of funding.
Right, which is
Oh.
Why do you do that?
Yeah, why would you wait?
Because efficiency. They don't want to waste their resources on a deal that may not fund. That's. I'm being transparent. I'm being honest. It's what it is. Now,
That's scary.
right, but not all lenders operate that way, and that's why you need the guidance of a broker to really understand what's happening.
Yeah, no,
right?
that's scary.
But when you get the broker complete, you're broker complete.
So
You're good
words
to go.
words of wisdom, broker complete.
Yes.
Yes.
Pre-position. What else do we got here?
Let's ask her.
Let's ask Aurora.
Listen,
Aurora.
I really like that. It rhymes.
Myth 3, only first-time buyers can get incentives.
Incentives what I understand is that a mortgage lender could give you an incentive for signing with them.
Yeah, 100%. There's cash back. There's now bundle rates, if you will, where if you expand the relationship with that institution, they'll give you a better mortgage rate.
Oh, so like I got a line of credit, a mortgage, a credit card, a loan for a car,
Yeah.
whatever.
You're expanding the relationship.
Expanding
So you're bundling it like you would like your Rogers.
Yeah.
your insurance.
Exactly. Your insurance.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? If you want to get technical too, I could argue that you could get an incentive by being a repeat buyer because you might be able to port your mortgage if your mortgage is at a very low rate.
Okay.
So, thinking outside the box.
Or if I'm going to move my mortgage to another company, I might get an incentive like they'll offer me 2 points or 0.2 or something less than the other one just to move it, or they'll pay
Or they'll pay your
fees that are penalty
Yeah,
fees.
it depends on how you do it. But yes, there is incentives. It's not just that black and white.
Okay.
So should people be asking for what if there are
100%.
any incentives? Right.
100%. You could have a lender that's not going to give you some incentives, but will qualify you for the mortgage you want.
Okay.
And it's best for you.
Ask Aurora.
Okay, so ask her. So go for it.
You should always go with the lowest rate.
Fiction.
False.
Fiction. It's a fiction.
One's got to win.
But hey, we do. We're doing great.
Okay.
So is that false for you too?
Yes.
Okay.
Next one.
You can't get a mortgage if you're self-employed.
Fiction.
False.
False.
I can't even speak anymore. All right, well, that was fun, guys. Thank you so much. I'm crying. I know. It was great. Thank you for being here as always. You're so incredible. Blind girls, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we always have to give them a clap.
Thank you.